Welcome everyone, join us as we explore the captivating life, journey and music of Lowell Mason, the frontman of British pop bands, City Boy and the Maisonettes. So let's dive in. Lowell Mason, born Lawrence Edward Mason on the 4th of July 1950 in Harborne, Birmingham in England. The youngest of 4 children, Lowell hailed from a family deeply rooted in the entertainment industry. His father, Edward J. Mason, left an enduring legacy as the creative mind behind the beloved Dick Barton radio series and as a co-creator of The Archers. Adding to the family's artistic lineage, Lowell's older brother Jeremy would emerge as the youngest director at the prestigious Birmingham Repertory Theatre, further solidifying their influence in the world of entertainment. Mason's musical journey began at a young age, attending Birmingham's Westhouse Preparatory School before continuing his education at Bromsgrove School. It was during his school years that he crossed paths with Steve Broughton at age 7, forging a lifelong friendship that would shape their musical endeavors. In their mid to late teens, Mason and Broughton started writing and recording songs, eventually venturing into the local music scene of the late 1960s. By the early 1970s, they were performing in acoustic clubs around the Midlands, where they met guitarist Chris Dunn, expanding their musical circle. With the addition of Mason's friend Max Thomas on 12-string guitar and bongos, they formed Back in the Band. After a stint touring folk clubs, the group decided to transition to electric sounds in late 1974, early 1975. This pivotal moment saw the addition of Mike Slammer on guitar and Roger Kent on drums, expanding their lineup and sonic palette. With this new formation, they caught the attention of Vertigo, a sub-label of Phonogram Records, and rebranded themselves as City Boy, setting the stage for their next chapter in the music industry. City Boy's initial success was buoyed by their collaboration with producer Robert John Mutt Lang, recommended by Phonogram A&R Chris Pears. Lang, known for his work with Def Leppard and AC/DC, became an integral part of the band's sound, contributing to their debut album, City Boy, in 1975. Their singles, Shake My Head and Leave, and The Hap Key Do Kid, garnered attention, earning them a coveted spot on BBC's Top of the Pops. Despite critical acclaim for their album Dinner at the Ritz, City Boy struggled to find chart success. Drummer Roger Kent departed before their third album, Young Men Gone West, and was briefly replaced by session drummer Tony Braunagel. Although Young Men Gone West showed commercial promise, it failed to produce the hit single they sought. With Roy Ward joining as the permanent drummer, their next album, Book Early, finally yielded the international hit single 5705. The track reached the top 10 in the UK and peaked at number 27 on the US Billboard Hot 100, leading to extensive touring in Europe and the United States, including many shows supporting Hall & Oates. In 1979, City Boy switched to Atlantic Records for the US and Canada, releasing The Day the Earth Caught Fire. The album, featuring Huey Lewis on harmonica, received praise and spawned a minor hit with the title track. Despite continued touring, tensions led to original members Broughton and Dunn leaving the band in December 1979. The remaining members released Heads Are Rollin' in 1980 as a quartet, finding brief popularity in the Philippines with Speechless. Their final album, It's Personal in 1981, went unnoticed, and without major label interest, City Boy disbanded in 1982. In the early 1980s, following his time with City Boy, Mason joined forces with Mark Tibbenham and Nick Parry to form the Maisonettes, a group that fully embraced the commercial sound of the era. Their debut single, Heartache Avenue, quickly made waves, climbing to number 7 on the UK singles chart in early 1983. The song's success extended beyond the UK, reaching number 6 on the Irish singles chart, topping the UK independent chart, and peaking at number 12 in Canada and number 97 in Australia. Originally picked up by David Veer, who released it on his Ready Steady Go label, Heartache Avenue showcased the band's knack for catchy melodies and infectious hooks. Despite this triumph, the Maisonettes encountered challenges when it came to live performances. Session backing singers were initially used on recordings, but when it came time to promote the single, models Denise Ward and Elaine Williams were recruited to represent the band. However, they struggled to harmonize effectively with the band in live settings or in the studio. Eventually, singers Carla Mendonca and Eliza Backer replaced Ward and Williams, but by then, the initial duo had become familiar faces to the public. The band's follow-up single, Where I Stand, achieved moderate success, peaking at number 28 on the UK independent chart. In 1984, the Maisonettes released their album, Maisonettes for Sale in Canada, which included Heartache Avenue, along with 10 other tracks. Despite the initial success of their debut single, subsequent releases failed to replicate its chart performance, leading to the group's eventual disbandment. Later, in 2004, Cherry Red Records released Heartache Avenue, the very best of the Maisonettes, a compilation album featuring unreleased tracks, remixes, and their most popular songs, ensuring that the Maisonettes' music continued to be enjoyed by fans old and new. Catherine Mason noted that her husband found immense satisfaction during his tenure with the Maisonettes. Despite past wounds from City Boy's breakup, his time with the band was a highlight. Even after parting ways with previous bandmates, Mason maintained strong ties with them over the years. His connection with Steve Broughton, who had relocated to New York, remained particularly strong. Mason's creative talents extended beyond music into script writing, earning him numerous accolades. In 1991, he received the Radio Times Comedy Award for his work on Total Accident. His successful six-part Radio 4 series, Richard Barton, General Practitioner, paid homage to his father's legacy and enjoyed such popularity that it merited a second run. Mason's contributions to Radio 4's Weekending, and the spoof documentary The Spoken Page, further showcased his comedic prowess. Additionally, he wrote for the planned Carlton TV series The Newmans, and edited his wife Catherine's book on design theory, Overlooking the Visual. Mason's songwriting talents extended to penning tracks for artists like Samantha Fox and Sarah Brightman, and he collaborated on the soundtrack of Oliver Stone's film, Any Given Sunday. Even in his final days, he remained dedicated to his craft, working on new material and a single set to be recorded by local singer Madeline Farmer. Personally, Mason was a staunch Birmingham football fan. He was married twice, firstly to Sheila, in which they had one son Ben who manages a veterinary practice in Geraldton, Perth, Australia. He is also a grandfather to a 4-year-old granddaughter. He was married to his second wife, Catherine Moore, in 1999 until his passing in 2019. Tragically, Mason passed away on Tuesday, July 31, 2019, in his home in Harborne, Birmingham, only weeks after undergoing a kidney transplant. Suffering a heart attack. His sudden demise shocked and saddened those who knew him, marking the end of a remarkable life and career. And there you have it. As we bid farewell to our journey through the life and music of Lowell Mason, we celebrate the enduring impact he had on the music landscape as well as audiences. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Take care and bye for now.